Okay, I wonder if this is working. Uh, what I want to have my screen situation sort of like it was with Manicam, but right now I'm not at that position. Whoops, tripods. That should be able to lock it so it doesn't move its legs out. Maybe that did it. Um, Trying to see what I have in the in the frame. Um, how would this how would this work? Hopefully you have my voice and my picture. I'm sure you're loving that. Um, and you have the screen. Now the question is, I mean, right now I'm just saying, you know, this camera up here is not being used. Camera over here is being used. It's the Avery Media. Um, I think when this screen were to fill your screen, I think you'd be able to see what I was trying to, what I was trying to do. Trying to be in the video, but then show you whatever I want to show you and talk about whatever I want to talk about. I mean, this just came to me, this idea. You know what would be better, but I'm not going to try something like that now. That would be better if I was just using the one monitor. Then, my picture or something would be just on this screen, and we wouldn't need this screen over here. But right there. I'm getting getting seasick. Um, yeah, I think, but I'm going to forget for right now that maybe it would be better to. And two, I have a wider screen. That might be better. But have to work with what you have. And my problem is I don't have very much up here. I'm pointing to my head, by the way, in case you can't tell. Um, Tomorrow I have my new cell phone coming, a Moto stylus, and I think it's the 19 or the 19, not the 19. Goddamn, it's a 2021 version or something. So it's back quite a few, and I've had later versions, which I gave away or whatever. Um, on the screen here, I'm not sure how well you can see it. This is the IM database about movies and I guess other stuff, but mainly movies, I think. And how long have I been doing this? 23 years. Now they have a professional, well, it shows pro up there. Maybe it's another layer they have. But if I understand it correctly, because I started to do it, it's for people who work in the industry, cameramen, makeup people, all that type of stuff. It's for them. So it appears to me that they sort of left this other stuff out or positioned differently or something, and I don't want that. I've been doing this for a bunch of years, well, 23 years. So I went ahead, I started to do the professional, and I saw that, no, I didn't want to do that. I was afraid that they were, because I clicked everything, and then in fact, I think this is the first time I came back because I wasn't sure exactly what was going to be happening to it. Anyway, says up here that I've been a member since February of 2001. It says my name is Jim Howard and I was born in Kansas City, Missouri in 1941, and I now am living in Fort Worth, Texas. And then I go on to talk about stuff that you've undoubtedly seen before, you know, about when I got my first computer, which was in 1978, and when I went online in 1982 and stuff like that. But in fact, I just watched again Fiddler on the Roof the other day, and I've seen it many times. I think it's just a great movie. I love Old Brother, Where Art Thou? I see I gave The Man from The Man Called Ovi, and I see I gave it 8, but I don't remember it much very well. And The Slums of Beverly Hills, I love, of course. And The Hoodlum Priest, my freshman year at high school, he came to De La Salle Military Academy in Kansas City, Missouri. I don't remember if he spent one day, Monday, or if he was there for the entire, I think, 4 days of the retreat. But I was not impressed by him at all. And I've talked about that before in some other videos. Now here's the thing that says my movies, my favorite movies that I love are here, and some great films. Here's a watch list down here. Mrs. Miniver. I think that was a great movie, you know, a great movie too. And a lot of other people did. The Village, I don't think I've ever watched The Village, so it must be watch list, because it says up here your watch list. So maybe that's something that I wanted to watch and it was on my. Here's something I don't think I ever watched. Hot Stuff. The Queen's Gambit is, I think, fairly recent, and I tried to watch it, but I just lost interest in it. I wonder if there was some way to bring this in a little closer without crashing everything. Well, I'm running out of table space. Whoops. So maybe not. But if you have some ideas, of course the idea would be to run different software. You know, that's kind of what I'm working at now, since I had to give up Manicam. I won't talk about that anymore because I already have talked about it, I think. Okay, I don't remember this movie. This must be their selections. No, it's your reviews. My reviews. Okay, I don't think it says recently viewed. See your account, your list. Let's go to list, see what pops up here. This will be neat if this shows up good on your computer, then I will be a genius. Except not a very good genius at controlling audio, right? Stuff in the background or whatever. Let's go back here and see what else I can pull up. Nope, let's see. Let's go up here to menu. And let's go back. As you can probably tell, I haven't been here in a while. I used to go to watch list 14. Let's see what that is. Oh, the Mighty. That is a very that was just a wonderful movie. And I teared up during that movie. Don't tell anybody, okay? Conract, I love that movie. Haven't seen it in a long, long time. I even read the book, and it was unbelievably bad. The writer of the book, I've seen shows, in the past where they talked about what a fantastic writer, he was, what an author, and I couldn't believe how bad the book was, and I read it. Very few, very few books that I read. And this movie, just why would I lie? It's for some reason it just struck a thing, and then I started using. The people I worked with at the hospital, the nurses mainly, and everything. I occasionally, we were like family, and occasionally I don't want to say stories because they weren't stories; they were, the truth. But the nurses decided, and when a new nurse would come to the hospital or something, you know, then I'd come on duty and there'd be a new nurse there maybe for a week, 2 weeks. Maybe if she was one coming over to be a regular, and she'd say, "Oh, the nurses told me about you. Uh, you're the what was it? Storyteller." And these people all thought. Well, I don't think some of the ones that I worked with for a long time. I don't think they thought that they were stories. These were stories of mine. Stories. And I don't tell stories. I'm not good at telling stories. And everything I told was, it was the truth. But these nurses, would say, "Oh, a real nice guy coming in, a security officer for the evening will be here. Yeah, he tells stories, though. He really tells." And I don't know if they said he tells good stories, or exactly what. But I'd come on duty and I was labeled, when they asked me when I was going on vacation, "Where are you going on vacation, Jim?" And I said, "Nudist camp." "Oh, Jim, yeah, you tell such stories. I said, "I'm going to, it's out in the middle of Kansas, it's called such and such, and they've got some, what was it? Um, there's a museum nearby that has some items that are from, NASA's rockets and stuff." "Oh, Jim, you just tell so many. Now, this one here, The Third Miracle, there's no reason in the world that I should like that movie, except somehow I made a connection with it. And I don't know why. It wasn't, and it wasn't great, you know. I don't know what it was. My dog Skip, oh, I love that. The Tin Drum, I just had to see it. I went with my older daughter, and we went to one of these movie theaters that they have, small movie theaters that they have that stuff plays that are kind of Lord of the Flies. I like that too. A Leap of Faith. I'm not a religious person. I mean, I was, born, baptized a Catholic. I was an altar boy. I got a First Holy Communion, all this kind of stuff. But Leap of Faith I liked, and Walkabout I really liked. I mentioned this before. In fact, I think I mentioned it fairly recently. The Walkabout thing from the city bred. I'm reading it. Siblings are stranded in the Australian outback, where they learn to survive with the aid of an Aborigines boy on his walkabout. I just loved it, except, and I wish I'd done it now, what I wanted to do was actually go in and edit it, not, to sell or even to give to somebody else. But there were some things in there that the director and whatever that he put in that I wanted to cut out, little tiny things. There'd be hunters out and they're killing uh, some animals or whatever, and then the director decided to put in a little clip from a Australian restaurant where they're, killing something, to cook. And there was several things like that, and I thought that's not necessary. I mean, if your viewers are so stupid that they don't know that, hey, these people here, you know, are, killing their food out in the wild or whatever, and that's the same as the people back in Perth or, wherever. Lucas is another movie that I liked. There's the Queen's Gambit. I can't. Okay, I started to say hot stuff I remember, and I think I did like it. The Village isn't placing a. There's Mrs. Miniver again. Okay, what else do we have on here? Let's go to menu again, I guess. Movies, release calendar, top 250 movies, most popular. I'll put the link to my site. And when you go there, I don't know if they have a plus sign or a thumbs up or whatever, but most popular movies, movie news, what to watch. Okay, let's go back here and see what we have. I hope I'm getting audio here. Did I check that? I should be getting it okay. Let's see. Your ratings, your list. Let's see if that's any different. Create a new list. Your list. My favorite movies. Is there any other thing? Is that all I have? Yeah, that's all I have. Go over here to Jim and see what Jim's up to. Your activity, your watch list, your ratings, your list, account settings. See, let's do your watch list. Okay, I think maybe you've seen, well, I've got a bunch listed. Leap of Faith, Walkabout, Lucas. Export this list. Well, let's go back to movie database. Now this is out of my, this is their site. It looks interesting, doesn't it? Okay, this has only been an 18-minute video, but I'm going to bring it to a conclusion and upload it here to YouTube and see what it looks like and how that works out. If you've got some ideas, if I could learn how to use CapCut, I wouldn't have to try something like this. But maybe this sort of works. Anyway, thanks very much for watching.